Jai Shriman Narayan.
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 I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you to this Thursday Satsang at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube in the various groups from around the world. In our ongoing discourse on creation, the created and the reason for both creation and created, we come to a topic which, if listened to very carefully and followed explicitly, then life becomes absolutely blissful. So our Thursday Satsang will have a short discourse, and the Sunday Satsang will have a longer discourse. I'm sure most of you will try and make it for the Thursday Satsang. Okay? A short stay in God's presence and a longer stay in your own desires. Is it not? Short stay in God's presence, a longer stay in your own desires. Welcome, Sita. I'm seeing you after a long time. When I opened my eye from meditation, I thought one of the astronauts fell off the space shuttle and landed here in Sri Narayan. And it took me a while to recognize you. Coming back, the Supreme Lord is inconceivable. He has inconceivable potencies, and it is very difficult to understand the workings of the Supreme Lord with a limited mind. With a limited mind. It is difficult to synchronize the limited with the unlimited. Supreme Lord is unlimited. The human mind has limitations. Supreme Lord has no limitations, and it is very, very, very difficult to understand even 0.00001% of the Supreme Lord. We have to establish this truth, notwithstanding the 540,000 verses of the Vedas. They merely describe a mere insignificant potency of the Supreme Lord. All of you understand? Very difficult. Vedas only for humankind, and to liberate oneself from this material dimension. That is the only reason the Vedas spoken. But this knowledge of the infallible Lord, this knowledge of the inconceivable Lord can be conceived, once you remove your face mask. You understand? All of your face masks, I can't see the contours of your lips. I can't see your teeth. I can't see your chin. Sometimes when I come out of meditation, I think the whole group of robbers waiting to rob me. You understand? Because I have a lot of valuables in my kutir. Okay? Because they are looking like a band of robbers. So it is inconceivable for me to identify certain features of you, isn't it? So similarly, we have a dimension called desire. We have a dimension called desire. And desire starts very small and it can be initially counted. But today, those of you that are adult that's sitting here, can you count how many desires you had in this lifetime? Can anyone? It is the first strand of desire that has multiplied into myriads of desires. Is it not? Let's take an example. Desire for marriage. Desire for marriage. Why is money to this? Desire for marriage, Roshbhai. You remember when that desire first gave birth in your mind? Some other bhaias can help you there. Satish Bhai is next to you. Another Bhai is next to you, yeah? Bhai? That first desire for marriage, what you thought, Bhaiya, let the world know. Bhabhi will be very happy. Bhabhi will be very, very pleased with you. For the simple desire, you just wanted to be with Bhabhi. And Bhabhi wanted to be with you. Isn't Bhabhi? One desire. We just want to be with each other. Now I want you to count that one desire today, you and Bhabhi and your two children, and see how many zillion times that one desire has enveloped you, and how many zillion births that one desire gave birth to. zillions desires you attending satsang for. Are we understanding? This is absolute science. This is absolute science, is it not? Science means knowing things as they really are. Science means knowing things as they really are. Sean, I didn't forget about you. I know you had your own desire. Alright? And then you have a desire to have a child. Well, thank you for having the desire, Rosbai. At least I'm having some tasty scones, you know. My desire for scones is multiplying. Whenever I see you and your family, I hope there's a bag of scones kept in my kuti. Okay? So your desire for a child has indirectly multiplied my desire for scones. But realistically, can you see just one dimension? Desire. Just one dimension, desire. Can anyone at any given state here today count the amount of desire one has already fulfilled and need to fulfill? Not bad. When you went into trucking, your desire was to have how many trucks? God who gave you one truck, you and Bhavi said, thank you very much, God. Just how many trucks? One. Then, after that one truck loss, how many trucks you want?
Another one.
You understand? But when we want something, we tell God, please God, I won't ask you again. But desire is so overpowering that any commitment made to any person or personality, leave God one side. It can blind you and take you to a myriad of desires. Every desire loses its significance as soon as it is attained and gives birth to many more desires. There is never an opportunity for desire to rest. Has anyone's desire rested? Even at your death, whilst you are in the coffin, desire has never rested. Because as this body is getting cremated, your last desire, coupled with the sum total of your karma in this lifetime, gives birth to your next body. There is no death of desire. There is absolutely no death of desire. So what is the solution? Acharya. Acharya has been in hiding because all the secrets of Bollywood is coming out. Bollywood actors and actresses are found to be drug addicts. This COVID-19 really did good. Look at Sita's face as if she has taken drugs. Sita, What is the use of the Guru giving this discourse, Sita? What is the significance of the Guru bringing up this discourse?
We should limit our desires.
In words, Sita, in word. So this is why I've stated that the Lord is infallible, inconceivable. As long as our mind is shrouded in desire. Now let's see the logic and let's see the science behind desire. Let us see the science behind desire, and let us understand why this entire universe, the substratum of this universe is desire. Why? So since time immemorial, those of us that are lodged in the material universes, we are here with beginningless karma. Every karma is impelled by what? What activates action? Shyam, on the first day you saw your wife, you went home and you thought of her. And then what happened? You was impelled into action that has not stopped even now. Is it not? So the desire for your wife impelled you into action which has not stopped up till now, isn't? Action means karma. Good action means good karma, bad actions mean bad karma. Nevertheless, every action means karma. That one desire which has not stopped, which is still impelling you today. Because when you are lazy to come to satsang, what does your wife tell you?
She makes me come anyways.
So the action is still there. Alright, that action is still there. Don't think your wife told me that timelessly you would rather stay at home. Alright? I don't gossip with your wife. When we are in the state of desire, where is the Lord? Shyam, when you first set your eyes on your wife, and if the Lord was standing next to her, who would you have chosen?
Tough position to be. No, Goddess Day must be respectful.
Who would you have chosen, John? The wife was there and the Lord was there.
I have to talk with him first and say, listen. Yeah. So just give me this one chance, man.
Give me this one experience, I'll come back to that. Don't we all do this? If you have your business and you have the Lord, if you have your car and you have the Lord, if you have your children and you have the Lord, you always put the Lord second, because whatever we desire, we want that to be fulfilled first. Isn't it? We rush in for a business meeting, Rosh, and you're supposed to do your arti. Say, no man, God understands. And you run to your business meeting. Everything we do, God is second. Isn't it? Because this desire was created to put the Lord in the background. And who is the creator? Who is your creator? The Lord himself. So the creator created desire to cover him from you, so that you can practice desire until you realize that from the first desire up until your last material desire, there is absolutely no bliss. There is absolutely no bliss. So if you count 150 trillion years have passed already in this life cycle, how many desires you think you would have had in this cycle itself? You understand? Infinite. We cannot put a figure to it. And I'm saying that nothing in this universe is a mistake, and the Lord deliberately created a human mind to be filled with desires so that he can pursue his desires until he comes to a point and realizes that anything in this material world has a beginning, has a middle, and has an end. And the only entity that has no beginning, has no middle, and has no end is the Lord himself. Now, if you take all this desire that you have today, the quantum of desire that is inherent in each one of you today, and repose that desire from all your material sense objects where it is stuck to Lord Sriman Narayan. Because you already practiced desire, each one of you seated here. You have practiced desire, as Sean admitted just now. Sean? Yeah, now I'm saying that quantum of desire that we have for everything in our life today, take that quantum of desire and repose it to the Supreme Lord. Because material desire is inert. I-N-E-R-T. What it means?
It doesn't help you spiritually.
It has no life.
Yes, no.
It has no life. Now you reposing all your desires onto something that has no life. Your car has no life. Your watch, your money has no life. Your computer system has no life. Nothing that you do, you want to attain through your desire has no life. Your education system has no life. But if you take this desire and repose it to an entity that has life, what will be the result? Vasan, what will be the result? Sorry? All of you understanding? You take all these desires you have and desire the Lord with that quantum of desire. With that quantum of desire. Now, I've stated in previous discourses that from the myriads of attributes of the Lord, notably, I said the Lord has three main attributes for the purposes of our topic of discussion. So one of his attributes is the individual soul. The other attribute is material nature. So his one attribute is desiring his other attribute, which is inferior to the substantive. The Lord is the substantive, material nature is his attribute. The individual soul, which is also his attribute, is desiring another attribute. Now, where will it be more logical to repose the desire? On the Lord's attribute, on the Lord himself? Can you see and follow the reasoning and logic of what I am saying? If you repose your desire to the substantive, will it be more beneficial to you mathematically, scientifically, logically, than reposing your desire on an inert object which is also an attribute and governed by the Supreme Lord? Are you understanding? So if you take all your feelings and everything that you have and place it on the Lord, is it possible? Is it possible? Yes. Why is it possible? Because I stated at creation, the Lord thought, let me be many. Then he entered. He entered all the living entities and material nature, and he gave them name and form. He gave them name and form. So who exists in that name and form? So who is this chair? Who is this chair? Is the Lord, is he not? Who is this floor? Who is this ceiling? Who is your body? Is there anything that is not the Lord? When you ignite the desire of the Lord, won't everything become the Lord? Is it too deep, Jessica, or are you understanding? Won't everything you look at will become the Lord? Won't the Lord change from material nature by just being an inert object to being the Lord? Are you following me, satisfied? So as soon as you change the dimension of your mind, what happens? You remove the curtain of ignorance, don't you? And what happens to everything around you? Jessica? So if you are busy fighting with my Satish Bhai, in reality who you are fighting? Lord Narayan. Is that not a reality? Because the Lord has entered every living entity and every atom of material nature, and the Lord gave it name and form. So that form that you see there without hair is actually the Lord Narayan. Happy Satish Bhai?
Took me 23 years. Tell me what you said.
Jessica, you married the Lord. In the presence of the Lord, you took your 7 vows, you married the Lord in His own presence. And 23 years is not too long, that is. Alright? Are there any questions? So scientifically, if you see the Lord in each other, what will happen to these lustful desires? They will, as we said, okay, energy was never created and it can never be destroyed. So all these lustful desires that we have will become spiritual. It will become spiritual, okay? And Raj Bhai was not happy when I started this discourse, because he thought I'll ask him to give up his trucks. Now you see the Lord in every truck, and I'm not joking. Start seeing the Lord in everything. Start desiring the Lord, then whatever desire you have will be now spiritual. Will be now spiritual, and that spiritual desire will transform itself into various entities that you can positively use in this material world. Jessica, you understood? Everyone understood? Sita, you understood? See the Lord in your mask. Alright? All of you understand? So start this process. I am giving you gold. I am giving you every week that you come here, gold. What do people do with gold? Take this gold and hoard it. Take this gold and hoard it. And if you hoard this gold long enough, your life will be an absolute success on this planet called Earth. And I'm going to close this discourse with a reading from the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 3, verse 39. The knowledge of the intelligent self is enveloped by this constant enemy, O Arjuna, which is of the nature of desire, and which is difficult to gratify and is insatiable. 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 What does insatiable mean?
Never satisfied.
Never satisfied. But if you take this never satisfied desire and just shift the focus and repose it on the Supreme Lord, how much love you can give the Lord with unsatiable desire. Do you understand? Just shift the focus. Take it and place it on the Lord. And this Vedic injunction is coming from whom? From the Lord Himself. Jai Shri Narayan. What's the date today? Sit down everyone.